Well, I thought it might be beneficial if I highlight some of the major aspects on the syllabus for the course. So again, our Math 103 section Online 1 for spring of 2020. I'm Scott Dillery. There's my email, of course. Now you can get that through Blackboard. My office phone. I would really suggest you tend to use email. Office phone doesn't work near as well, I don't think, as email these days. Office hours. Again, you could try reaching me at any of these times, but really your best bet is just email me when you need to. And I would like to try to set up something for this course in the either late afternoon or evening, something like that, once or twice a week, that we could maybe get together through either Zoom or Google Chat. Not Google Chat, Google Hangouts. I have to determine which one of those for sure, but I think it'll probably be Google Hangouts. Then we've got the catalog description. This is a Gen Ed course, as it shows right there, and required text. No required text. Okay, we'll have things from the internet, and some will be in text form, some audio or visual. And then we've got our course objectives and student learning outcomes. Here's what you really care about normally. The graded elements. So we have discussions, Blackboard discussions. I guess it does everything there. So Blackboard discussions, they count 10%. And we'll have about one of those a week for 7 weeks of the 8-week course. And then quizzes. Again, we'll have about 7 of those, one a week, for 7 of the weeks, and those count as 20%. This is a project-based course, and so projects here, again, we'll try for about 7 of those, again, one a week, and those count 50%, the bulk of the course, or half the course anyway. And then a final project, where that's a little different than the other projects, is that you will be asked to put together a presentation for it, as well as turn in a written document. That's worth 20%. And that presentation you will do with whatever the heck that is we've got going, the not Zoom, but the other thing I have. It's escaping me right now. It doesn't matter. Yeah, but that's why we have you do your introductions, is to take a look at that software right away and do a very low pressure presentation with it. In other words, introducing yourself. So there's 100%. Now, given I get grades to you in a timely fashion and so forth, which honestly was a problem last semester in the first time I offered this course online, and hopefully things will go much better this semester. But I will give it to you in straight points for each item within Blackboard. So Blackboard will not compute your grade correctly. That's a very important thing. It will weight, if you have a discussion that, I say is worth, say, 15 points, and you have a project, if I were to say that was also worth 15 points, Blackboard would count them exactly the same. But because discussions are 10% and projects 50%, those two items at 15 points do not count the same, and Blackboard would not know that. So don't assume that Blackboard is computing your grade correctly. You do it by these weights, And if anybody, at any time wants to ask me about those weights, working with their points in those weights, I can do that. But Blackboard will not have the correct grade associated or total point value in terms of percentages. So here are a little bit more about the different components. So the graded discussions. I'm trying to get you to do a little bit on your own, work a little bit independently, but then work collaboratively with others by sharing your findings and reading what they have and responding to it. The quizzes, again, we're aiming for one for each of the first 7 modules or first 7 weeks. Projects, again, aiming for 7 of those. Now notice here it says they're turned in as a single PDF document. I get questions all the time, do I turn in, say, a spreadsheet or something like that? No, it's a single PDF document. You will write a report and place things. You'll probably do it in something like a Word document, but then you can export a Word document or save it as a PDF type document. And I'm getting to where if it's not in PDF format, I'll probably tell you it hasn't been turned in. Final project, same sort of thing, and we'll ask you to do the presentation with it. So then once we get your weighted scores, if you have a 90 or above, that's an A, an 80 or above, that's some sort of B or an A minus, 70 or above, some sort of C or a B minus, and 60 a D, and then less than 60 is an F for the course. And finally, here are the weeks and the modules. This is a little slower than what I originally planned last fall, and found that it was just definitely too much. And so we'll take our time a little bit more with these. This is kind of what we got to for the most part in the fall semester, and so this looks, I think, pretty good for this semester. Important dates, and then finally there's a separate file with all the college-wide policies. You can look at those at your leisure. All courses have those same policies. So that's the syllabus, and I look forward to having you in class. Thanks for your attention.